Hi students, welcome to networking in cybersecurity. It's day 3. Today we are going to discuss about the different types of networks and how the devices are connected around the world, how we are going to interact one system with another system. This all type of things I just made a shortlisted and made important points for that. Today we are going to discuss the basic things, very basic things in networking, and later on this we are going with the advanced level. So for to understand in advanced level you need the basic concepts of IP address and everything. Let's go into the course and it will be very interesting for this today's session, and it is also very easy for you to understand about it. Let's you can have a normal quick questions what we are going to discuss in further classes, and I will make this video into two parts. It will be better to understand very quickly, and very short and sweet will be there. And let me ask you few questions. If you have your answers you can pause the video and you can tell the answers. What is a network? What is internet? How data is transmitted from your device to another device? What is IP address? How will who will control all IP address? And what is difference between IPv4 and IPv6? What are the classes of IP address and range? What is private IP and public IP? What what is static and dynamic IP address? How to identify a network and host? What is subnet, gateway or host? What is DNS, binary calculations of IP address range, local broadcast address, local loopback address, how to track a packet, what is the port and protocol. These are all. I will make this into your two sessions. It will be very easy for you to understand each and everything. Let's go into the session. What is a network? Network is nothing but if more than two or more than one device is it is going to connect with another system, it is called a network. For example, there are 2 3 systems, or it may be 1 billion of systems. More than two systems are communicating with each other, it is also called as a network. They are in a network, right? In one device and another device is going to connect with the transmitter and receiver system, or it may be a wiring system, or it may be a satellite signal, it may be anything. But there are different types of networks are there. Let's discuss in each other. In basically there will be a LAN and WAN will be there. LAN is nothing but local area network, where computers is directly connected with the Ethernet cable to the switches, hubs and router system, or you can get the Wi-Fi signals from the router. Here in this you can see here itself in the first diagram there is a switch here is there. Later on our videos I will discuss about the switches, hubs and router. What are the difference between switches and routers? It will be a very interesting topic for that. Right? And coming to today's session, we are going to discuss about the LAN. Here you can see that all the systems, system 1, system 2, 3, 4 and computer, printer, and there is a router. These all are connected directly to a switch. From this switch we are getting the internet, right? For in our office environment or in the school environment, we used to get the internet for our laptops or desktops through the Ethernet cable. All the Ethernet cables are directly connected to this one router or switcher or hub. In this way we are getting the internet. And second, there is another system where we can connect in different type of connections will be there. Let's check on the another system. It is called star topology. Star topology is nothing but it will be in the star direction, right? You can see the diagram. It is looks like a star, where all the systems are directly connected to one system. Or you can say it as a one router. It is directly connected to all. Each and everything is directly connected in a diagram of star, right? If any system get failed, if a computer one is failed, it won't affect for the any other system, right? Coming to ring topology, where you can see that here we are sharing the data, or this network it is going to share the some important files with one system to another system, if any damage happens in between the system 1 and system 2, it may affect the entire the ring system, right? This is the one failure in ring system. Coming to overcome this such type of issues, we went into the mesh. Mesh is nothing but this such type of topology. If there is any disturbance in PC1 and PC2, it will be directly connected from another networks. You can see that there is a only one connection for this laptop. Here you can see that there are two connections for a single laptop. But coming to mesh network, you can see that there are more than one, two, three, four, five networks are there. If any wire system or any two networks get damaged, it won't affect, right? Next, coming to WAN. WAN is another thing you have to discuss because of many big companies like corporate companies, MNC companies. They used to work from hybrid, right? Their office will be in Bangalore and another office will be in Mumbai. Some another different types of region locations will be there. Some of you they used to work from home and everything, maybe anything. Interlinking from one network to another network, you will be in a same network, right? This both will directly connected to a single network. The building one can directly communicate with the building two. It will be in different location. In generally this won't happen because of there should be same network should be there, but if you are in the different network, the IP address will be different. By using the WAN network, we can directly connect the site to site. VPNs will be also helpful for such type of connections. And as of now, it's enough to discuss about the WAN topology. Let's get into the little history about the internet. Why we use internet? In earlier days, scientists what they do is to get the data from one PC to another PC within their region itself. They introduce the internet, where the one system has some data or information in the database, directly it is shared to another system in a different location. They used to transfer in the wire system will be there. Later on this what they have done is they built an internet is a very booming system they introduced. It is all the IP address started from there itself. In earlier days they don't know that IP address can be very good and it can be helpful for limited region of period of time. That's what they have thought. Let me tell here itself IP address and all the internets directly it is built. I think I given the next section. Okay, yeah, you can here for here itself you can see that we are getting the internet in India. We are here itself in Telangana or Andhra and any region. We are getting internet from the Mumbai, and as well as in from South India. You can see the geo stations. From here, all the TP Link and Geo and Airtel, Reliance, BSNL, all they used to get the they used to borrow the internet and they used to give the internet recharge plans. They used to divide it and we are getting the access. For example, you are in one city, you are getting turning on your internet signal, you are getting the access of some files you are downloading or you are uploading some files with the help of internet. From all the signals are coming from the tower. The tower is directly in wire through the wire. It is directly connected to a geolocation stations. You can see enter the earth. We are directly given the wiring system from North America, South America, Africa, and China, everything is directly connected through this wire. That's why we are getting the internet. Yeah, and one more thing, the important thing is all the wires are they used to build in the optical fiber. Optical fiber because of it will be a light speed will be there. Very a huge data will be transferred in the a fraction of seconds from one country to another country, and it will be the cable will be also very strong because of it is going directly underground into the water to one country to another country. All the IP address are controlled by IANA. All the IP address are assigned by IANA. IANA is nothing but in Internet Assigned Numbers Authority. It is a one globally. It is they are going to control all the IP address, public IP address, all the public IP address they used to control by IANA. What comes into consider is there will be a organization will be there who used to control the IANA. The organization name is called ICANN. ICANN is nothing but Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. All the IP address are assigned to different types of regions. For example, if something happens wrong in a global region or any region, uh, the cyber security person, they used to track the IP address through the region wise, from where the IP address is coming from. You can see the color gradings in this way. The all the IP address are divided. You can see the blue color and green and orange, yellow, and little bit another color, blue color. Okay, you can see the regions, Africa region, Asia or Pacific region. We are in the Asia or Pacific region. USA, Canada is Iceland and America, Europe and East and Asia. These all are the divided into different types of regions, right? Yeah, let's have a little history in the IP address. Previously, IP address are created for IPv4, but the scientists don't know, or in future they didn't predicted that all the devices will have the access for the internet. Though what the initially they thought is only computers and laptops, computers can get the internet for browsing purpose. That's it. But later on, this all the smart gadgets are here with the pen drive tabs. Washing machines, IT coolers, and Alexa device also getting the internet. All the devices are directly connected to the internet, and there is no IP address. So that's why this is one small history about the IP address, where we introduce the IP address because of to share the data from one region to another region in any geological locations. Through the help of IP address, we can directly send the packets to them. Yeah, just now you said that in IPv4 there is only 32-bit. It all the electronic device in later on days they completely assigned, and there is no such IPs to assign new device. That's why what scientists they went for IPv6. You can see that IPv4 is deployed in 1981 and IPv6 is deployed in 1998, and it is a 32-bit IP and IPv6 is a 128-bit. How you can know that it's a 32-bit? You can have a example for that. How we are going to divide it? Yeah, you can see that there will be a IP address. For example, it is one IP address. Here you can see there are 4 octave will be there. Why we used to call the 4 octave? Because of 3 into 4 into 8, 4 8 is 32. We are coming with a 32 bit, right? There will be a first octave, second octave, third octave, and 4 octave. For in each octave, there will be a 8 zeros will be there or 8 ones will be there. It depends upon the different types of classes, right? And yeah, you can see that they in IPv4 we can create 4.3 billion address, and coming to IPv6 it's 2 power 128. It's a 340 trillion address. It's a very interesting, right? We don't get that many IP address that can be assigned in our planet. So that's why we went for IPv6. And you can see that how we are going to pronounce it: 192.168.18.12, and there will be a prefix node will be there. It will be a subnet. In later on sessions we are going to discuss about it, and there will be a slash 24 is nothing but it is going to scan entire the network will be there. And as of now it's enough for this session. Regarding the IPv4 and IPv6, we can have the DHCP or manual configuration. How we can also give the particular IP for our system, or we can give a random IP for our system. It will be I will explain in the practical session in later on this video. Let's discuss about the what are the classes of IP address and range. How can you tell that it is the we have a from 1 to 2 for 254 IP address we are having, right? How we are going to divide it? Class A we are going to divide in some classes. From class A there will be a 1 to 126, and class B 128 to 191, and class C 192 to 223, and class D 224 to 239, and class E comes with the 240 to 254. These are the classes, and you can see the subnet. Subnet mask. Subnet is mask directly depends upon the network and host. Whenever you see an IP address with in this region in class A from 1 to 126, for example, an IP address has a for example, let's take 256.255.255.255. In class A, there will be a network and host will be there. Coming to network, let's discuss about the what is network and host. For example, you are in a network. For example, in a building, there will be a first floor, second floor, third floor, and fifth floor will be there. First floor persons they cannot directly communicate with the third floor persons, right? Because of they are in the another network. For example, of layer 1 is a one network, layer 2 is another network, and layer 3 is a another network. So in the same way, in IP address also there will be a networks will be there. In let's take an example. It is a 192.168.1.2. It belongs to 192 belongs to class C. So this IP is in class C. So how many networks will be there in class C? There are three networks will be there, and one host will be there. You can see that this three belongs to 192.168. One dot belongs to networking, and one will be the host. So what are the host belongs to? For example, in first floor there are 50 people are there, and second floor there are 100 people are there, and third floor there are 200 people are there. We just now I said that first floor belongs to network 1, second floor belongs to network 2, third floor belongs to network 3. And again I said one more point that in first floor there are 50 people are there, second floor there are 100 people are there, third floor there are 200 people are there. People are nothing but directly host. Host is nothing but systems. In first floor there are 50 systems are there directly, they are in a network, and second floor there are 100 devices are there, they are directly connected to a network, and that network it is going to assign the IP address for them, right? And third there are 200 IPs, that's why we are going the router will directly assign the IP address for them 200 people. You can also go with the manual, you can also have your specific IP address, and all this IP address will be assigned by the router, right? By the help of DHCP. Okay, here you can see that the number of networks, how many networks will be there in class A. 126 networks will be there, and class B 16 384 will be there. These calculations I will be discussing in later on sessions regarding the how to calculate the number of network and host. Yeah, as of now, you can have to remember that whenever there is a network, you have to put it as a 255, and when there is a host, you have to give as a zeros, right? You can see two ends will be there, and 255, 255, and class B. Two networks will be there, and two host uh, values will be there. And class D and class E doesn't have any such type of network or host, because of class D is completely allocated for broadcasting, and class E is directly assigned for research and developing purpose. So they won't be assigned easily to any directly public, right? uh, let's take an example. All the IPs are public. In between the class A, class B, and class C, there are uh, in between the class A, class B, and class C, there are the private IPs. Why we created a private IP address? Because of two internal purpose. They won't be directly have the access from the public, or globally they don't have the access, or through the internet they don't have the access. They need to be in that network. The network is nothing but it is a private network compared to public network. Public network is nothing but anyone can access. Compared to private network, you don't have the permission to get the access for the private. In class A there will be a range from 1 to 126 range. From 1 to 126 it's all belongs to public IP address. But in between the 1 to 126 public IP address there are private IP, from which IP address, from the 10 series. You can directly remember that if any IP is starting from 10 series, 10.230.13.14 or 10.250 120.16.18, any series. It starts with 10 series. You can directly tell that it is a class A and it is in a private network. If an IP with the 12.13.14.16, it belongs to 12. You can see that from 11 to 126, it belongs to public IP address, right? In class A, you have to remember that they all are the public IP address except 10 series. Okay. In coming to class B, there are also the private IP address which comes in 172. Okay. Whenever there is a 172, you can directly assume that there is a private uh, network is there. You can see that 128 to 172 and 172 to 191. There you can see that 15 this range. You have to remember that. Okay. And coming to class C is very important because of generally if you are connected to a in any office or any schools directly to the Wi-Fi or through the Ethernet cable, you will be directly assigned with the class C. A IP address will be assigned for you. It will be started with the 192.168 dot something will be there. XYZ dot XYZ. Why I'm telling you this? Because of it is very important. As of now, if you are in any office or any region, if you try to get your IP address, it will be in 192.168 dot something and something. These two values will be different for your IP address. And in class C, there will be also public IP address. It starts from 192 to 168.68 dot some 192.68 dot some series is there, and from there to 192 168 to 223.55 in this series. Okay, let's have an example for my system. CMD is for command prompt, where you can see here itself. Type IP config. Okay, ipconfig is used for to get the IP address of your network. If you have 3-4 network cards in your laptop, you can also check the all the IP address for that. Just now I said that if you are connected to any device in your network, you will be directly allocated with the 192.168 series. The remaining it will be a different. Okay, you don't consider about it, but we are in the private network and it is belongs to IPv4. Here you can see that I am in a 192.168.1.113. It is my IP address. How I am getting this IP address? Through the Wi-Fi. I have directly connected to the Wi-Fi. That's why DHCP is directly given an IP address to me. And one more thing you have to discuss about the subnet mask. Here you can see that 192 belongs to class C, right? For class C, there is a subnet mask. Here you can see that 255.255.255.0. Exact the same pattern you can see here itself. 255.255.255.0. The same network mask is there because of it is a class C and it is a private network, right? That's why you can see here itself. And what is a static and dynamic IP address? For example, static IP address is nothing but where the IP address will be not changed by the router or switches or anything. The permanently an IP address is assigned to a one system. It may be a client PC, or it may be a server, or it may be any database. The IP address is directly allocated for the device, right? And for to get the public IP address, it is a cost effective. Sorry, you have to purchase the public IP address. For example, I need a IP address with 150.13.17.16. It is a public IP address. So what I have to do, I have to purchase the public IP address for that. Okay, in later on sessions how we are going to purchase it, I will discuss with the domain how we are getting and everything. We used to go and purchase a domain, and we will discuss in later sessions. As of now, we can discuss about the static IP address. Static IP address is nothing but assigning an IP address to a particular device, right? Where we are going to use such type of static IP address in the servers and network devices and other web servers and email servers, we are going to assign for that. Coming to dynamic IP address, for example, if you went to any organization or coffee shop, there will be a Wi-Fi will be there. You are going to connect for that Wi-Fi. The IP address is directly assigned for by the Wi-Fi by using the DHCP. DHCP is nothing but Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. You don't know that if you are very interested that I need a particular IP address, I don't want to go with the different type of IP address assigned by DHCP. You can also change your IP address to dynamic to static. Let's discuss how we can do it. Just press window and R button, and you have to type it ncpa.cpl, and it will be directly get into the network cards. Here you can see that there are 1, 2, 3 networks are there, but currently I'm getting the internet from Wi-Fi. If in case if you have an Ethernet cable which is connected to your PC or laptop, you have to go for the Ethernet cable. Here there is a Ethernet cable, and these are the VMware network adapters. Leave it for this time. And if you have an internet connection with the Ethernet cable, you have to go for here. But as of now, I have an Wi-Fi network, so that's why I'm going with the Wi-Fi. Double click on Wi-Fi. Yeah, go to the properties. Right. I have an IPv4. Go to Internet Protocol version 4 and double click on it. Here you can see that automatically is nothing but who assigning all the automatical IP address from the router. It is directly assigning through the DHCP. So what I have to do is I just want to configure a different type of IP address, so that I have to check that is there any availability of the IP address in my network. Let's check that. Okay, go to the command prompt and check the IP address. You have to check in within your network. In within your network is nothing but 192.168 series. It should be there, and there should be a 10. 10 is your network. Sorry, I'm getting the internet from Wi-Fi, right? So we have to discuss about this IP address 192.168.1. So let's check. Is there any IP address belongs to 220? Let's have a ping with 220. Ping 192.168.1.220. I want to give my IP address as a 220, but the IP address should not be assigned to anyone in my network, right? So that's why I'm calling that ping is nothing but as of now you can tell that calling to another person. Is there any way ping? Is there any person with the 220? We have to get the reply back with the packets, or the host is not discovered. We will get the if there is no person assigned to 220 IP address, we will get that host is not discovered. Let's get enter. Okay, you can see that it is a 32-bit because of it is IPv4. You can see that there is a destination host unreachable because of there is no host is assigned for 220. For example, I had discuss with another IP address. It will be I will assign the 220, but we have to check with another IP address. It will be allocated for another person or not. Let's go with the 192.168.1. It will be in my network. It is directly assigned by the router 192.168.1.1. Let's ping it. Here you can see that it is pinging compared to 192.168.1.220. Here you can see that host is not discovered. Here you can see that 192.168.1.5. This IP is allocated to some other person in my network. It may be a mobile or a tab or washing machine or Alexa, which is directly connected with the Wi-Fi to it, right? So I should not give the IP address in here itself. If you are giving the same IP address, let's show here itself. Go with the manual. Okay. If you are trying to give the IP address of 192.168.1.5, you won't get the internet. Okay, because of the IP address is already assigned to someone, so you won't get the internet. The packets won't transfer from the your router to your device. So what we have to do is we have to give a new new IP address. So new host number is 220. Okay, now I'm giving the here you can see that I'm getting the internet. How you can check it? Let's check here itself. Let's go a little back session. Here you can see that bits 24,68,674 packets are directly sent from router to my PC. Okay, 64,74,384. This many packets I have received. Okay, for still now I am receiving send packets and receive packets. These all are happening. So let's get into the IPv4 and change the IP address to 220. 192.168. I'm in a network with my router is default gateway is nothing but my router. My router IP address is 192.168.1 and last value is belongs to host and my PC number is 13. Now I just want to give a different host value as 220. So I should be in one network, right? 192.168.1. This is all belongs to a network. And coming to host, I am going to give a new host name is called 220. Okay, 220. Right now, after clicking the subnet mask, it will be directly allocated for you. 225.225.225.0. It belongs to a subnet class C. Okay. Now here it is a very important point. You should not skip this, or if you skip this, the IP addresses won't allocated for you. Default gateway. I'm in a network 192.168.220. I'm belongs to a particular router, right? I have to tell that router, hi router, I am belongs to your network. Please send the packets from your gateway to me, okay? Or I will receive all the packets from your gateway. In another terminology, and I will get all the commands from you. From where? From the router, okay? 192.168.1 dot our gateway number is here. You can see that 192.168.1.1. How I get all the things? Because of I pressed IP config. Okay, .1. What is DNS server? DNS server is nothing but here you have to give 8.8.8.8. Why I have to give the 8.8.8? Because of if you are typing anything in internet, for example google.com or yahoo.com or Facebook, LinkedIn or any type of names you are giving, but the in system it won't understand the all the names and terminology. So what DNS do is DNS is nothing but domain name system. For each and every name there a domain there will be a IP address will be assigned. What DNS server do is it will, if you are giving with the names, it will be considered as a number. It will get the IP address of the particular domain and the result will be given for you. Okay, and you can also give the 1.1.1.1. Okay, it belongs to Google, so you can directly give it here itself and click on OK. After clicking OK, you can see here itself I will be disconnected to Wi-Fi and reconnected to the Wi-Fi. You can see here itself. As of now, I'm clicking OK. OK. Yeah, here you can see that I'm disconnected to Wi-Fi and reconnected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm getting the packets also. Let's browse something. Uh, I'm typing Instagram. I'm getting something. I can access the internet. Now what we have to do is we have to go to the command prompt and check your IP address. Before you can see that my IP address is 192.168. Let me show that command prompt. Before changing the IP address, my IP address is 192.168.1.13. Now you can see that my IP address is IP config. Click on enter. Here you can see that 192.168.1.220 and I am belongs to subnet with the class C 255.255.255.0 and I am in a gateway. My router belongs to 192.168.1.1. Okay, as of now is it very clear? I think so. You can also change the IP address, but try to avoid to give the manual IP address because of if you are going to disconnect for this network, but someone came here connected number full there are 200 people came to this network and directly connected to this Wi-Fi. it may be a chance to get assign the same IP address to them if you are not connected to this network, and if you are trying to reconnect to the same network, you won't get the internet because of the IP address is already assigned to different person through the help of DHCP. So that's why I try to avoid to go with the static IP address. Let's discuss about the, yeah, here you can see that I already told about the static IP address and dynamic IP address. In most of the situations, static IP address is used for domains. For example, if I am going to deploy, I have a domain. For that domain I have to host something, there will be a static IP should be there. For servers, database servers, or 2000 Windows 2016 or 2019 servers or 2022 servers, there will be a IP address, static IP address will be assigned, and it can be globally accessed by all the users, where you can directly ask something data or query it, where the server will be given from different location. Because of there will be a public IP address, you can ask the data and you can get the data. And yeah, already it's more than the time, and to, in further classes I will tell you about the how to calculate the number of network and host. Just now I say tell you that in class A there is a single network and there are three hosts, and in class B there are two networks and two hosts are there. In class 3 there are three networks and one host is there. In later on days, in next class, I will discuss about the how to calculate the network and host. Okay, as of now, it's enough for this session, and the next topic will be upcoming classes will be very very interesting, and I will get I try to get you as soon as very possible with come back with another video. And yeah, I will share the if any documents are needed, I will also share the links for that in the description, or in the description I will mention and all the important points for from there. You can go for it. Yeah, as of now, this class, this session is finished, and let's meet in the next session. And in next session, we are going to discuss a very 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 important points. Yeah, let's meet in the next session. Yeah, thank you.